What up, and welcome to the final episode of Gritty Knows Best for Season 2, baby. That's right. That's right. You heard what I said. It's the season finale, baby. And tonight, we got a great show for you. I'm going to be telling you about a wild night I had the other night that Justin has not heard of, that all of you haven't heard of yet. A few of you have, but this is crazy. So this is going to be good. All right, we got a lot to get to tonight. Besides that, we're not going to leave you on any cliffhangers tonight. We're not going to be leaving stuff out. Oh, you got to wait till next season. No, we're going to leave it all on the table. So stay tuned. And here we go. Before we get into any of that, though, let me introduce who we got with us tonight. Sitting there in his do-rag, he is a YouTube legend, a current YouTube superstar, the greatest pop collector of all time, the big prodigy, the artist formerly known as Tsim I, Justin.
Pick up.
That's right. That's right.
Yep.
You ready?
I'm ready.
Ready to take it home?
Let's end the season off with a bang.
Let's end it off with a bang. And listen, that's exactly what we're going to do with this story. All right, so let's just get right into this. Let's do it.
Yeah, I've been waiting to hear this.
So the other day, I was doing my laundry. Started at about midnight, maybe 11 o'clock. Started wrapping it up around 2 a.m. So I go downstairs to get the final pieces of laundry from the machine out of the dryer. Get the stuff out. I'm headed towards the elevators, and I see two people by the elevators. I think one's a chick on the right side, and there's definitely a chick on the left of her. And I hear them talking. She's like, yeah, blah, 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 blah. I walk in the elevator. She goes, oh, I'm jumping in this one. And I was like, okay, so, whatever. She comes in. She's like, yo, what's up? Like, what's your name? Like, how tall are you? How old are you? Blah, blah, blah.
How tall are you?
I know. We're going to get to that in a second. Tall are you? Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, oh, whatever. She's like, you want to chill? You want to hang out? I'm like, yeah, but we're going to be chilling at my place. We're not going to be chilling at your place. She's like, oh, okay, cool. So she's like, but we got to go to my place first. I want to grab a few things, and I want to tell my family what's going on so they know where I'm at, right? So I'm like, oh, my God, like, this chick is going to kidnap me and, like, murder me or something. Like, I just met you in the damn elevator. I'm going to go in your house, I mean, obviously, she's feeling the same thing about me, I would assume, but you're the one that asked me to hang out. You know what I mean? So I'm like, oh, do I really want to go in this chick's house? Obviously, I did. So we jump out the elevator, and she's like, you got condoms, right? I'm like, yeah, I got condoms. I mean, I already knew what was up. So I was like, yeah, I got condoms and stuff. Go into her house. Everything's cool. She gets herself situated. We go. She's doing stuff around the house, and I'm just like waiting there, and I'm just like, oh, I really got to go upstairs and get my laundry done because I don't want to sit there all night. I'm like, I got to get my laundry folded and everything. She's like, oh, my, come on, just stay like a couple more minutes, whatever. I got to do this and that. I'm like, no, I got to go upstairs, whatever. So she follows me upstairs. She's like, all right, I'm gonna come with you. So I'm like, all right, you can see where I live, so you can get your shit together and come back upstairs. You don't got to rush. You know what I mean? Do whatever you got to do and come upstairs so you can see where I live. So she come upstairs, and she sees where I live, whatever. She has her dog with her, and she's like, oh, okay. So talking a little bit, she flashes me her titties, right? So she's like, you can feel them and everything. So I start touching her titties and stuff, and she's like, I want to go downstairs, but like I'm afraid I'm going to forget what apartment you live in, whatever. So I grab her arm, and I write my apartment number on her arm. I look at her arm, all cuts and bruises and maybe even burns. She's like, yeah, I like to cut myself and like, hurt myself and stuff. This is just the beginning. This is just the beginning. So I'm like, oh, okay. She's like, can you please come downstairs with me? Like, I'm afraid I'm going to forget where we live. I'm like, all right, fine. So I'll come back downstairs. She's like, I'm only going to grab a few things. So I go downstairs with her, go right back in. She grabs blow, weed, and a glass of beer. So to those that don't know what blow is, cocaine, just in case. I don't know if somebody doesn't know what that is.
You're going to have a good time tonight. My man got blow.
Well, I didn't have it. And she already knew I was straight because I was like, when I went down there, she was like, do you want anything? Do you do anything? I'm like, no, I'm good. I don't smoke weed. I don't do anything.
My man about to get the 3 beers. Blow, beer, and bang.
The 3 Bs?
Yeah,
Blow,
3
beer,
beers
and bang?
Yeah.
So she comes upstairs. She comes back upstairs with her stuff, and she starts commencing in her activities. And now this is where the story it went on. This went on for a while. Okay, so some parts some parts may have went before a few parts, whatever. But I'm gonna try and condense it and give you the best version I can. Okay, so bear with me. So we're up here. We're talking a little bit. She's been telling me I'm cute. I've been telling her this and that. It's basically going to go down. She's been asking me if I have condoms and stuff. So we start flirting, and she's like, I like to get abused, right? And I'm like, oh, shit. She's like, yeah, I was like, what you talking about? Like, how bad? She's like, I like to get abused. So I'm like, oh, okay. She's like, you ever abused somebody before? I'm like, nah. And she's like, well, let me show you how it's done. Like, let me teach you. So she starts showing me how to choke her. She starts showing me how to smack her and stuff. And I'm with it. I'm having fun. She's like, she said something. She was showing me how to smack her, and she was like putting her tongue out. She was like, all right, smack my face. Like, imagine I smack her. She's like, all right, now think about, would you want your dick smacked like that? I'm like, I wouldn't want my dick smacked at all. Like, so I don't know how much pressure you're talking about here. Like, that's not a good metric for me. Like, think about how hard you'd want your dick smacked. I don't want my dick getting smacked at all. So I'm smacking her, choking her, and then some point I got her bent over the bed, and she's showing me how to smack her ass, right? So I'm smacking her ass. Her dog's back up with us. I'm smacking her ass and smacking her ass, right? While I'm smacking her ass, she's like, he's going to bite you. He's going to bite you. He bites me while I'm smacking her. He bites my leg. I'm like,
bring the fucking dog downstairs.
The dog was cute, so I was like, yeah, bring him.
No, but if you know your dog is
he's gonna yeah.
Come on.
I don't know. So I get bit. Luckily, I'm wearing jeans. It doesn't break any skin, no blood, no bruise, no nothing.
Is it a big dog?
It wasn't a big dog, no.
Okay.
It wasn't a big dog. So she locks him in the bathroom. She puts him in the bathroom, and we commence with our night, right? We're touching each other, touching this and that. And now, here's where things start to get even more interesting, okay? So things get a little fuzzy around this time. So she's already kind of out there a little bit, right? She's already kind of wiry and up.
Mm-hmm.
But now, I think the blow starts kicking in and stuff, and we start talking more, and she starts to tell me how she has multiple people inside of her and how she's multiple people. And she shows me her eyes, right? She goes, you see this? She goes, you see this? Look at this. She starts putting one hand in front of one eye and then switching it back to the other one. She's like, you see how my eyes are different? Now, I don't know. I mean, listen, it could be, but I'm so visually impaired. I can't see the eyes like that. So, I mean, for all my knowledge, it could be. But then she goes, now feel my heart, feel my chest. Like there's two different heartbeats there because there's two people inside of me. And I'm like, what? So I'm feeling her heart. Whatever. But obviously, I'm just feeling her titties and stuff. And she knows what's up. And I'm like, well, let me feel your heartbeat again. And she would start talking about something. Like she would go off on a tangent, like, can I feel your heartbeat again? And she'd be like, oh yeah, sure, yeah. Let me feel my heartbeat again. So she starts talking about how there's multiple hers inside of her, and she has multiple personalities and stuff. Then she starts trying to read me like spiritually. She's like, oh, do you have this? Do you have that? Do you have this? Like, you have like a brother, you got a sister, whatever. I'm like, no, I don't. I have a sister. She's like, oh, I knew it. And then I could definitely tell she starts switching over. Like the split personality thing was already like, something was going on. But then she starts saying, she's like, we're talking about something. She goes, yeah, man. Like I can see her eyes. She starts talking to me, and her eyes are getting real wide. She's like she would look like this. She'd be like fuck, she's about to kill me or something. Like she's just in outer space. And she was like, we started talking about we were talking about the podcast before, and she was like, listen, man. She's like, if I ever hear your little podcast, I'm gonna kill you. I was like, what? I was like, what? And she's already acting freaky now, right? Like she's already acting freaky. So I put my hand on her shoulder, and I'm like, you know what? I got a long day tomorrow. I gotta hit the road. So maybe you should. And she goes, you see that? I'm like, what? She's like, you see how you touch my shoulder? I'm like, yeah. She's like, I made you do that. Like I made you do that with like magic and stuff. I was like, what? So now the night continues, okay? At some point after that,
There's more?
yeah, there's a lot more.
Oh,
Sometime after that, she strips naked in my place. Smoking blow. Oh, she's snorting blow, smoking weed off the balcony because I made her smoke it off the balcony. She's pissed off about that. She wants to smoke it in the crib, and I'm like, I don't like that smell. So we're fighting about that. So she's butt naked in my crib. We start messing around a little bit more here and there, and she's basically saying, I want to get fucked. I want to get fucked. And I don't know if I'm like kind of iffy, whatever. I don't know. But so we keep talking and we keep fucking around. Eventually, like, she's grinding on me. She has her ass on my dick in this, like, while she's bent over the sink, whatever. And she starts talking like, oh, you got a bunch of dishes in your sink. I can clean that for you. I can cook for you. She starts talking about Leonard Skinner. She's like, because I have a Leonard Skinner poster right there. She's like, what the fuck? She's like, what the fuck you know about Leonard Skinner? You don't know nothing about no Leonard Skinner. And I'm just like, okay, like, I'm not even trying to talk right now because she's grinding on me and I'm like smacking her ass. And she's like, what's your favorite Leonard Skinner song then? I couldn't even think of a song. Like, I know Leonard Skinner songs, T for Texas, Swamp Music, all this and that. I couldn't even think. I'm just like, girl, you're grinding her. I told her, like, you're grinding her. I can't think of a Leonard Skinner song right now. So that's the last thing on my mind. So now, again, she's naked. She's acting kind of weird. And then she's telling me, yeah, you know, they're going to come. They're going to lock me up, you know, because I'm a little schizo. And I'd be killing guys. Like, she telling me about ex-boyfriends. She's like, yeah, that guy's dead, though. That guy's dead. That guy's dead. And I'm just like, she's like, I won't kill you, though. She's like, I won't kill you because, you know, we're not in love or anything. Like, it's only like if I love you and you hurt me and stuff. But we're not in love, whatever. There's a whole bunch more that I'm, like, kind of forgetting. Because this was hours. This eventually got to the point where I was sitting in my computer playing around. I was uploading the Halloween special while she was just walking around naked, just talking and just acting, just talking and just being herself. It would go back and forth. She would tell me how she got all these personalities and stuff and how she's oh, this was creepy. So, yeah, she starts telling me about her killing guys and how she won't kill me. Tell me how she stabbed guys in the strip club, all kind of wild shit. She's like, yeah, you know, I put those guys where they deserve to be, blah, blah, blah. But you're nice, you know, you're sweet. I like you. And she was sweet too, because when I was smacking her and doing everything else, she's like, listen, if I do anything that you don't want me to do, like, tell me. If I'm acting weird, tell me, because I'd be scaring guys off. So she was like with it. Like, she would be telling me if I do something weird, you know, let me know. She's like, I don't want to hurt you or do anything like that. So just let me know if I'm making you uncomfortable. And she would do this thing where she would, like, bro, she would take her hand. She tried to do this a bunch of times. And she would go like this, like with her hand, creeping it towards my shoulder. And I would move my shoulder back. I was like, what the hell are you doing? just how creepy was the way she was, like, you know, creeping. She's like, like a zombie. And I would move my shoulder, like, why you don't want me to touch you there? Like, why you don't?
Like, she's trying to take your soul.
Yeah, I'm like, what the hell? And she's like, so she did it a few times. And now we're in the kitchen. After she's telling me about killing guys and stuff, she's like, I know why you don't want me to touch you. Like, you don't want me to do that. You could feel it. I was like, what? She's like, you could feel them. You could feel that there's multiple people touching you if I do
You're
that.
probably like, I could feel something, but it's not them.
No. She was like, you could feel that there's multiple people here. They're gonna touch you if I touch you. She's like, you know, there's multiple me's and stuff. Like, there's multiple different us's. You know, and they come out. So she is like, she seems like she's changing up a little bit here and there. Like when she wants to kill me, and then she would snap back to normal. So we're in the kitchen. She's saying that stuff. She's like, you know about magic and stuff? You know about magic, this and that? And I'm like, yeah. She starts talking in Spanish. And I backed up a little bit, not out of anything. I just backed up and put my arms behind my back. And she goes, see how you did that? I made you do that. I made you do that with magic and stuff. I was like, what are you trying to mind control me? She's like, no, I'm not trying to mind control you. I'm just saying, like, I could do that. She's like, I can make you go to sleep. I can make you do this. I can make you do that. I'm just like, what the fuck? We sit on the bed. She starts trying to read my life again. And it's all wrong. She's like, you did this, this, and that. And I'm like, I never did any of that. She's like, yes, you did. I'm like, no, I never did any. I'm like, I wouldn't lie to you. Why would I lie to you? I have no reason to lie about that. It was something so insignificant. She's like, no, you did that. You did that, and you did this. I'm like, no, I did not. So it's just all over the place. I'm trying to think if I'm forgetting anything before I get to the grand finale here.
This chick, you know what this chick reminds me of?
What?
I don't know if you ever seen Doom Patrol.
No.
But there's a character in Doom Patrol that it's just like her. She has like 50 personalities living inside of her.
Oh yeah, she would tell me.
And
Yeah.
every minute, a different one comes out.
Yeah, when we were chilling in the bed, she was like, "I love, you're so sweet. Like, I feel like I've shown you all my personalities already. They've all come out in front of you,
Yeah,
and you
so
you,
she's
you liked
acting
it."
just like that.
Yeah, she's like, "Oh, I feel so comfortable here." And honestly, like, she's a sweet girl. So I'm really like, other than the part where she said she wanted to kill me, that freaked me out, and she started looking like she was gonna kill me and talking like she was gonna kill me because she started mumbling after that. She's like, motherfucker, blah, 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 blah. I was like, okay. That was the only part that like freaked me out, and I was gonna kick her out. But then we started talking about other shit and messing around again, so I just let her stay. And she seemed like a sweet girl, whatever. So I was like, okay, whatever, we could be cool. I was like, this ain't nothing I never seen. This ain't nothing crazy new to me. You know what I mean? I've seen a lot of this before. So we get through all this. We keep messing around a little bit. She tells me not to drink her breast milk because she's not even pregnant though or anything. She tells me because I'm going to get too high. I was like, I'm not going to drink it anyway. What the hell? Not now. So we sit on the bed and she keeps telling me she wants to take a shower on me. She wants to fuck me, blah, blah, blah. And I didn't know what I wanted to do. So then it gets to like 6 a.m. probably. This is going on for a while. She's just walking around. Oh, and then she goes in one of these kind of like tangents she went on. She was going on all kind of tangents. Yeah, I used to do this. I used to do that. Oh, she looked at my Dark Lotus poster, right?
Yeah.
Dark Lotus, one of my favorite rap groups of all time. Like, I know everything about them. She goes, yeah, 2 of those guys died, right? I'm like, no, they did not. She's like, yeah, they did. I know all about those guys. They opened for Pearl Jam. I used to be a roadie at one point. I used to be on the road for bands and stuff. That's Gene Simmons' band. He was in that band. We're fighting about something. I'm like, what are you talking about?
Bro, you said it was like 6 a.m. by this point. I'm surprised you let this go on as long as it did.
She was a nice girl, and we were also talking about other stuff.
You would have been like tired of it and just kick her out.
I was getting tired. So this is when I started getting tired. Is when we go back on the bed, and then we start and then like I have her on her back on the bed, and we're about to fuck. So when we're about to fuck though, she starts going like whispering, like if she's doing like witch chant, she's like, I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? She's like, oh, nothing. And I'm like, I love Jesus Christ, right? She's like, oh, I'm an atheist, so I don't like. I'm like you ain't into no devil shit, right? She's like, no, I'm not into no devil shit. I love, I'm an atheist. I'm like, well, I love Jesus Christ, blah 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 blah. Got that out the way, and then we on the bed, and things are getting hot and heavy. We I take my clothes off now, right? And now things are really moving. So we're doing a lot of foreplay, this and that. It's probably like 6:30 at this point, 6:40. Okay, so this is going on from like 2 a.m. to like 6:40, all this madness. So she's like, oh, I really want the dick right now. Like, please stick it in me. Please stick it in me. She's been saying that the whole night. I want to fuck. I want to fuck. I want to take a shower. I want to fuck. I want to fuck. Like, in between us messing around and all this other stuff. Yeah. So I give her what she asked for. I stuck it in. Everything was good. Bang, 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 bang. Until I nutted. Now I'm wearing a condom. She made that very clear. She wanted me to wear a condom, which I was not opposed to that at all.
Yeah.
So I nutted at about the 40-second mark. Okay. I gave her about 40 seconds.
I knew it. There's a pastor that said 40 seconds.
Yeah.
I knew it. I'm like, this guy's gonna tell me he nutted in 40 seconds.
Bro, when I tell you, her whole demeanor changed after that. Like, she was talking about, oh yeah, we're gonna hang out, we're gonna do this, I'm gonna cook for you, I'm gonna clean for you. Like, you're so sweet, you're a sweetheart, you're so cute. She was on her back, she was chilling. She said something under her breath, like, oh, I'm glad we got that out the way or something like that. So I got the condom off. I ain't say anything. I think she was, when I was smashing for the little time I was like, I'm about to come. She didn't say nothing. I think she thought that I was going to be like, I was going to like pull out and hold it for a second. I just let that shit go. Now, I'm going to give myself a few excuses here, okay? Number one, I was very tired. Number two, I was very hungry. I did not eat most of that day, and I was shaking. Literally, my legs were shaking when I was fucking this girl, okay? I was super hungry. My blood sugar was low. Also, I have went longer than that and also shorter than that, okay? There's been shorter stays before that, so... I've been on the spectrum before.
Hey, I was gonna say, like, she's walking around your apartment naked for 4 hours. I would have just been like tanked up.
Because at some points I wasn't horny. I was just chilling. Like I said, I was just like doing stuff on the computer, and she was just hanging around talking shit. Like the whole experience I was with it for the whole experience. I wasn't like horny the whole time. And like, so I'm just kind of ready for the experience to be over at that point. Like, I'm just like, I'm going to let this nut go. I'm not trying to have a marathon right now. So I let it go. I probably could have held it in, but I was not really trying that hard. I was like, listen, I'm about to nut. She didn't say nothing. I was like, you know what? Plow. Just boom, splat, get it done. I'm out of there. Nut in the condom. I take it off. She follows me to the bathroom. She follows me to the kitchen, excuse me. And her whole demeanor is different now. Like, I saw a couple personalities. This was a whole new one. She was saying something like, she was like, yeah, I'm not hanging out. Like, I'm not hanging out. I'm not staying. I'm not hanging out, whatever. She puts on her clothes. She's like, yeah, help me grab my stuff. Like, totally, like, dismissing me now. Help me grab my stuff. Oh, yeah. Blew her whole night. Blew the girl's high, blew the girl's night. She's like, help me grab my stuff. I'm like, you want me to walk you home? Like, you want to walk you to your apartment? She's like, nah, I know where I live. I'm good. I'm good.
I can remember that.
Yeah, she's like, I'm good. So I help her. She's like, I was putting my clothes on. She's just like, you gonna help me grab my stuff? I'm like, oh yeah. So I grab like one thing and I give it to her. And I'm like, you sure you don't want me to walk you home? She's like, nah. So I walk her to the door. She gives me one last look. She goes, yeah, thanks for the dick. And the dog follows her out. Probably the dog is looking at me crazy too. Like, this fucking guy. Thanks for the dick. And she left. Haven't seen her since. That was a couple days ago. So there you go. Great. That's the wild night.
A man fucked up her whole night. Take 40 seconds.
And all I went down to do was get my laundry. And I just went to get my clothes.
Yeah.
And all this transpired.
Right, your building is crazy.
Oh, yeah. So how you like that? 40 schmeckins.
That was funny.
40 schmeckin man. Wow.
And you said you went shorter than that?
Yeah, when I was a kid. And when I first took off the condom for the first time, I lasted like that was embarrassing. But the girl I was with was totally cool with me. She was like, it's cool, don't worry about it. She gave me a pass. She was like, it's cool, don't worry about it. Because I already knocked that girl's shit out before that. So she was like, all right, I already fucked that girl a few times before that. So she was like, all right, cool. Don't worry about that. Man.
40 seconds.
I'm gonna give myself a pass, but that was embarrassing.
No, I'm gonna give you a pass on that too.
I did want that night to end. I was having fun, but I was so tired and so hungry. Yeah. Like, I thought the chick was cool. I had no problems with her other than the fact that she said she was gonna kill me, that she wanted to kill me, and that she killed other people. And then when we're sitting on the bed, she looks at me, she goes, I didn't stab you, right? And I'm like, no, like, what are you talking about? You didn't stab me at all.
I would have told her to go. She seemed like she would have creeped me out.
Now, you would have thought, right, that I would have kicked this girl out and not the one that I was talking about, 2-3 weeks ago? The one that just wanted to go on a date?
Mm-hmm.
Totally opposite. This chick was she was a fun chick to have around. She was interesting. She was sweet until I gave her that 40 schmeckins.
Hey, you like what you like.
I mean, I didn't say I was gonna be my girlfriend. I was saying we could have seen her around, chill. Hey, what's going on? Come on, blah blah blah. I didn't say I'm gonna date her.
She seemed like a little too creepy for me.
Oh,
she
it got creepy.
It got
creepy.
Bit.
It got creepy.
Nah.
Yeah, I had to bless my house after that. I was like, let me get whatever's up in here. I told you about the part where she said, "Do you hear him breathing?" Right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so yeah, I was like, let me get my house let me bless my house again after this. I got some crazy energy up in here right now.
Yeah.
That was wild. So there you go. Stephanie heard this. She was dying. Pastor heard this. I called Pastor the first thing after it happened because I didn't know what to think. I'm like, Pastor, it was like 7:30. It was like 7:30. I'm like, Pastor, you won't believe what just happened. I just had some girl up here who was a little bit psycho, or maybe a lot, doing blow. And I banged her, and I only gave her 40 seconds, and he just started dying. So there you go. Also, in my building, the other day, like a day or two after that, I'm going to get my laundry again. I come back downstairs to go to the machines. There's an older lady, maybe in her 50s, maybe early 60s, walking out with me. And then when I go back up to my place, she's coming back in the elevator. And she's like, oh, hey, I saw you coming in, blah, blah, blah. She kind of gave me like a weird vibe when I first seen her. But then the second time I seen her, she was like, oh, hey, I saw you coming in. I saw you, whatever. I've seen you around. So she's like, we ride the elevator together. She's like, oh, what floor you live on? I'm like, this one. She's like, oh, okay. Are you single? I'm like, yeah. You're like, you live by yourself? I'm like, yeah. She's like, you want to go on a date? You want me to suck your dick? I'm like, nah. I'm like, no, I'm good. I appreciate that, but I'm straight. I'm good.
Dude, your fucking building is crazy.
It's like 60 years old, something like that, bro. Late 50s. I was like, nah. She's like, I'm trying to make some money. I was like, I ain't paying for that either. Like, let's get that straight.
You can make a granny porn.
I'm
like
good. I didn't even like watching that. I don't want to partake in that.
Oh man.
So there you go.
I would love to live in your building.
Would you? Well, come up and live here. Maybe this chick will see you next.
I might be up there by next year.
You give her more than 40 seconds.
Yeah.
Listen, it's all right. Happens to the best of them, okay? Like I said, I went shorter and I went longer. So I went way longer than that before. But, shit happens. Shit happens. All right. So I hope you guys enjoyed that story. That might have been, out of all the stories I've told so far, where was that one on the list of wild stories?
If we were doing the alert show like next week, that would win the alert.
That would win the wildest story from Gritty? The best story?
Yeah.
Best Gritty story?
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad. Glad you enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun to experience. Very nice young lady. So, now what we're going to do, we have another story coming up from our friend Hydro. He got fired from McDonald's, and we need to know why. But also, he did something to retaliate, which we definitely need to hear about. So, let's find out right now. Let's give him a call.
I can only imagine that it's going to be. Oh, did he knelt on the counter?
I know what he did. I'm not going to say, but
yeah, don't say
I didn't get the details. I didn't get the details. I said save the details for later. Say this on the show. We just called him. He's not going to answer now?
Yeah, come on, bro. Stop jerking off.
That's exactly what he's doing.
Yeah. Come on, man. Try to jerk off.
Come on, man. I'm jerking off and I want your phone up.
I'm jerking off and I want your phone up.
Yo. Oh, this fucking guy. Oh, my God.
He said his way.
Oh, I'll cut that out.
Yeah.
I'll cut that out.
Beep.
Listen. Let's see if he calls back. While we're waiting for that, tell everybody about the cable box incident the other day. Another incident of mine. You want to hear another Gritty story before we go on break? Listen, it is crap. Tell them this crap.
For those of you listening, to never hire Gritty as a technician. So about like a month ago, 2 months ago, he tells me his cable box, I think he said it's broken, it went out. So
yeah, I said it wasn't working.
It stopped working. So he calls up his cable company. They're like, all right, we're going to send you a new box. They send him a new box. It's been chilling at the house for like 2 weeks now.
Yeah, 2 weeks. 2 weeks.
Yeah, 2 weeks. Finally, the other night, I'm like, take the box out, hook it up. So he takes it out. He takes the cables out of his old box. Everything's still plugged in the other side. but he's taking the cables out of the old box. So as he's putting the coax cable into the new box, he pulls the cable out from the TV, and he's like,
That's
oh,
it's the cable that goes from the box into the wall, the power cord.
yeah, the power cord. So he's like, oh shit, you better hear something funny? It's not plugged in.
The whole time, the cable, the part that goes into the wall to plug it in to give it power is not in the wall. It's not in the outlet. So obviously it's not going to work, you fool.
So he hooks everything back up to the old cable box first, right? Then
To make sure.
It comes on.
Comes back
It
on.
turns on.
No problem at all. I was like, this goof.
For 2 months, the power cable was out.
And you want to hear something
Not
even
only-
dumber? You're going to say the
Not only
YouTube
does
thing?
it- Not only does it out, he paid for YouTube TV.
So I could watch the
And
news for
his
one day. So I
His
could watch the
cable box
hurricane.
worked fine.
I paid like $34 for that stupid YouTube TV to watch something I couldn't even watch when I could have turned my TV on or just plugged it in. Like, bruh. Come on.
Like I said, you are not a technician.
Is that even a technician at all? It's not even human. That's not even common sense. Bruh.
Yo, yeah, I wish I could have seen the look on his face.
I was just like, wow.
Yeah, because he had the phone down so the screen was black. I wish I could have seen them. He pulled the cable
Pull the
out.
box out and the cable just comes right with it, no problem. Like, wait, that wasn't plugged in the whole time. Like,
2 months.
Wow. Okay. Well, our boy's not answering. Told him we'll call him at 11. A little bit after. The frick is he doing? Well, let's see if he calls. He may not. But we got more to talk about, so it's no big deal. Let's talk about something that is also not very sensible, that also isn't very smart, and that is the Pop-Tart lawsuit. You heard about this crap? I think we've discussed this already. Me and you,
No.
Justin.
I didn't hear about that.
A woman is filing a lawsuit against Pop-Tart because of false advertising with the strawberry Pop-Tart, claiming that it does not have real strawberries or a significant amount of strawberries, and then also includes apple and pear, and it's all artificial anyway. And she's basically saying that if people knew, if the population knew that it was artificial and also not really strawberry, that people wouldn't spend the money that they charge for it, that they wouldn't spend the price that they charge. Because she's saying that that Pop-Tarts, are they charge a good amount of money, that they're expensive, the
Doesn't
premium
it say
price.
on the box artificial flavoring?
It says artificial flavoring on the box, right? Like everything else. Like everything else. Bruh. So she's claiming here that, oh yeah, what did she say? She said, the complaint alleges that the company charges a higher price that consumers would likely refuse to pay if they knew how few strawberries were in the Pop-Tarts. Absolutely not. Because since I was a child, I've known that Pop-Tarts are not healthy. I know that that's not real strawberries in it, but I'm paying for it because it tastes good.
The sugar, yeah.
Duh. I like artificial flavoring like everybody else. Now, I try to cut it out because it's not good for you, but in the grand scheme of things, it tastes amazing. That's why we pay for Pop-Tarts. She's like, oh, it should be real strawberries. Strawberries is one of the most popular fruits. Yeah, strawberries are the world's most popular berry, which I can't believe, but okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess I could believe it. I don't share the same sentiment. I don't find them to be that great. And also, out of all the fruits, I need strawberry paired with something. Chocolate, whipped cream, brown sugar, everything else I can eat straight. Apples, pears, bananas, this, that, the other thing. So if I have something strawberry flavored, I'm going to need that with some sugar on it.
Oh, so you can't have straight strawberries?
Not that I can't, I don't want to. Like I
love
don't like
strawberries.
it straight. I like it with some kind of sugar on it.
Wow, I didn't
Some
know
other
that.
stuff. Yeah. So now get this.
Uh,
My girl over here is trying to get 5 schmillion bones for this lawsuit.
Get the fuck out
What
of
did
here.
you spend 5 million on Pop-Tarts and then you go, oh, I didn't know this was artificial. Let me return this. I want my $5 million back. What? How could you even dare? What makes you think you deserve $5 million?
Yeah.
What did they do to you?
It didn't fucking hurt your character in any way. It didn't fucking hurt you physically. Like, what do you do to deserve
Yeah,
$5 million?
they didn't make you sick. They didn't make you lose a limb, anything like that. It's absolutely preposterous. This is just another frivolous lawsuit. Now, the lawsuit, the people she's the law firm that she's using in the article, they're saying that this place does like 2 to 3 fraud cases a freaking week on food companies. So they're just throwing them out there. And in the article, the guy that runs that law firm says, oh yeah, we lose all the time. Like we lose more than most people. Why
but
would you
he-
advertise that?
No, because they want money. They want customers.
They said, my man said, I lose a lot more than most people. Why would you say that though? Why would you? That's like your construction company. He's like, yeah, these things eventually just come down though. Like, yeah, you can hire us, but these things eventually just break.
Yeah, like
You're
but
gonna go right
that's
through your floor that we build you.
That's a stupid thing to admit, but you get like there's people out there like that. They want to find stupid people like her that think they have a shot at winning these kind of cases.
Of course.
Yeah.
But the part where you're gonna
But
say
to
you
admit,
lose,
to admit they lose, that's retarded.
you have to be a real loser to use this law firm. Like, are you crazy?
Yeah.
So this is just This is outrageous. This is preposterous. Everybody likes Pop-Tarts because it's a junk food.
Yeah.
It's a junk food, bro.
It's for kids.
Like we're gonna start doing Fruit Loops because there's no fruit in it. We know there's no damn fruit in Fruit Loops.
Yeah.
Ain't no fruit in that shit. You know sometimes they show like strawberries on like a cornflake thing. Are we gonna sue them because there's no strawberries in it? Because it's on the box.
M&Ms because artificial peanuts.
Yeah, well, is there artificial peanuts?
Peanut butter, I mean.
Oh, yeah, really? We're going to start suing everybody now. It's outrageous. It's ridiculous. It
I
is.
feel like you told me something else like this.
I feel like I told you the story, but I didn't probably go. I think I read the headline
told
to
me
you.
this. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't go too into detail.
Yeah.
This is right on par with the people who sued, with the guy who made that petition to take Michael Myers, the firefighter scene out of the Michael Myers movie, out of Halloween Kills.
Is there any update on that, by the way?
There's no update. I have not heard anything about that. But we both know this one, that right up that alley, there is somebody or a few people who are calling Michael Myers a homophobe because he killed gay people in his movie. Are you freaking for real, bro? So he's first of all, Michael Myers has killed every kind of person for years and years and years. I don't think he's killed a gay person until this movie. Like, that's been known to be gay. Like, maybe somebody was. I can't remember. But so he kills 2 gay guys in one movie, which meanwhile, this is like movie number 12, 11. So, what is it? 12?
Yeah,
Yeah, because I think when we did the last podcast, it was like 11 with Halloween. Halloween 2018, I think, was 11. So out of all these years since 1978, you're gonna tell me that now he's homophobic? That's like, okay, so yeah, I could see if Michael Myers killed gay people in every freaking movie, like, and all he killed was gay people. Like, if Michael Myers went to the gay parade in every movie, he started stabbing people. Hey, Michael Myers, Halloween 2, Michael kills more gays. Yeah, then I'd be like, okay, yeah, what's up with that?
It wasn't even the point that they're gay. It's because they lived in his house.
Yeah, that's the other thing. He just happened to run into them because they live in his house.
Yeah.
Other than that, he would have never found them. He would have never killed them.
And what are you so mad about? the two gay characters were like the best characters in the movie.
And also, the two gay characters were dumb, by the way, because they split up. My man was upstairs, and his boy was downstairs while they knew there was an intruder in the house, and they're going to try and find him and apprehend him when they're not even together. I think they should have never split up.
No.
That was so dumb. Michael Myers, you can accuse of Michael Myers being against women because he usually kills more women.
Yeah.
More straight women than anything. That's a better argument. Michael Myers hates women. All he does is kill young women. My man said Michael Myers is homophobic. Are you kidding me?
People are fucking bugging.
Bugging out. Ridiculous.
Any little thing they pick to complain about. Anything.
Let me ask you a question, Justin. So we were having a conversation the other day about a couple things, and then we came to a point where you said you would get raped by Freddy. You would let Freddy Krueger rape you?
We're not going to talk about it.
You don't want to talk about what you said?
No, we're not going to talk about it.
That's a touchy subject?
Tell me what I said.
You said you'd let Freddy Krueger rape you.
No.
I said, let's say you're in a movie, right? I said, it's a Michael Myers movie, Jason movie, or Freddy movie. But instead of killers, they're rapists. Whose movie would you be in? I said. And you said Freddy.
No. I said, hypothetically.
You didn't say hypothetically. You didn't say that. You didn't use those words, pal.
I said hypothetically.
No, you didn't. You're lying already off the bat.
Freddy's movies are in dreams.
No, you said you were like, I said, okay, if you were in a movie, in one of those guys' movies, they were rapists, who would you pick? You go, well, Freddy does it in dreams, right? Yeah, and then we made the obvious point that whatever he does in the dream happens in real life to you.
Okay,
so you're going to let Freddy rape you in the dream, and you're going to wake up with a sore ass.
No. I didn't specifically pick Freddy. I was just asking if it was a dream.
But the way you said it, like, well, Freddy is in the dream, right?
No, but I never answered. No.
You answered by saying it like that.
No.
You said it.
I never said Freddy.
You didn't say you let Freddy Krueger take advantage of you sexually.
I never picked Freddy. I never said Freddy. All I said was technically Freddy's movies are in the dream. That's all I said.
Yeah, but you know how you can say things without saying it?
No.
You know you can beat around the bush?
That's all I said.
All right, well, you be the judge, listener, and you let us know what you think, because you couldn't have said that at all. You didn't have to say that. You could have just said, I'm none of them. You're basically saying, like...
At first I said I'm not going to
Yeah,
answer
and then
the
you
question.
go, and then like 10 minutes later, you come back and you're like, well, hold up a minute. Now, Freddy is in the dream, right? And I'm like, what? So you're basically admitting you'd let that happen to you. Wow. Wow. First the genie, and now this.
I gotta stop answering questions like this. Just fucking backing me into a corner.
Freddy's backing you into a corner?
No. Oh, man.
Pick right now. If you had to be in one of those movies and they were rapists,
I'm
who would
not
you pick?
picking. Next final. Where the fuck is this guy?
He's not answering his phone.
This fucking guy.
I don't know what the hell's wrong with him. Literally told him, I'm going to call you at 11. We were a little late. What, he went to sleep?
I've been waiting like 3 weeks to hear this.
All right, well, what this guy did, I don't know how he got fired, but our boy Hydro got fired from McDonald's, and to get back at his manager, before he handed in the uniform, he nutted on it.
Oh, I even said that, but he nut on the uniform.
Yeah, I wanted to hear from him, though.
That was typical.
That happens?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm like, when did you hear about this? I never heard nothing like that.
That's typical behavior from him.
Oh, I'm like, when the hell did you hear about that? Okay.
I assumed he did that.
Well, listen.
I thought it was something crazy, like he nutted on someone's burger or something.
Well, I wanted to know why he got fired and how
Yeah.
did he nut on it, like at home? Did he go into the bathroom? I wanted to hear the whole breakdown of the story, but apparently we're not going to get that tonight. So at least I gave you the gist of the story.
Imagine
Okay.
he calls right now after it said.
Well, he would tell us the gory details of it, so we'd get that. But it's whatever. Fick him. Fick the guy. Listen, speaking of Halloween and all this stuff, last week we dropped our big Halloween special. That's right. That's right. I thought it was great. I had a lot of fun creating it. I would like to thank a few people. Justin, first and foremost, for being a part of this special. Coming in his Count Progy outfit. We dressed up as vampires. If you haven't seen it, go on YouTube right now. It's right there, Gritty Knows Best YouTube. We did a lot of fun things. I'm also going to thank our boy Namir King for coming through last second with some crazy ass stories. I don't know if you could listen for yourself and think about, you can come to your conclusion, whether it was a ghost story, whether it was just dreams, you can come to your conclusion, but you should listen to it. Cemetery Girl pitched in last minute and gave me some things for the show. She helped me on the Reddit portion, so that was nice. And our friend Laurel, who the winner, she wasn't the winner of the Ghost Story of the Year. I voted for her for Ghost Story of the Year last year.
Yeah.
She is saying that is her yearly tradition to listen to the GKB Halloween special, second annual. So shout out to her for being a big fan. We got good feedback this year about it. A lot of text messages, a lot of DMs saying this was a great show. So if you haven't heard it, we told ghost stories. We got ghost stories from Reddit. Namir King dropped some. We did some taste tests. I told the story of the true crime story of the real life Candyman, which was very interesting. Did you like that, Justin?
Nice. I did. I listened to it the other day. I found it very interesting. I thought this guy was stupid as hell.
Stupid,
but
horrifying, an egregious act that, well, we're not going to get too far into it. You could listen to it
no,
for
you can
yourself.
listen to it by yourself.
That's right. And as you can see, I have my little Halloween setup in the back. This is the last hurrah because I wanted to show off my pumpkin. If you're watching on YouTube, I carved that pumpkin right there. Look at that. Nice little vampire pumpkin, blood on the fangs, blood on the mouth. And I carved that on Instagram Live. Me and Justin went on Instagram Live on Devil's Night, October 30th. And we had a great time. That was one of our best lives that we've ever done.
Yeah, nice. We talked to some good people, had some good moments. It was cool.
We talked to a lot of good people. We gave away 2 T-shirts. Okay, so if you're not tuning into these lives, you got to follow me at It's Gritty Bitch. Definitely follow Justin at
Real Jason Biggest 93 on Instagram.
That's right, and you got to stay tuned because we always go on Instagram Live, and we love it. We love talking for hours and hours and going on. A lot of good people came on last time.
And I was thinking, the shirt giveaway, it might be a monthly thing I'm going to do.
I was surprised you said that. Yeah, I was going to say wait till Christmas.
Yeah, but we might do it a monthly thing.
Every month, we're going to give away a shirt. You blew through all your questions. We got to come up with some new questions now.
I could come up with some more questions. You guys, if you're listening, you guys gotta brush up on your Simfuckus history.
Everybody was failing.
4 people.
Everybody was failing. Pretty easy questions.
Yeah, pretty easy questions.
It was kind of, I was surprised that that shirt didn't get giveaway fast enough.
Yeah, but eventually it was given away. I made somebody's night. Shout out to you that one.
That's right. Who was that again? Sim Fries?
It was Justin Tries. Justin Tries.
Okay.
His name is Justin also.
Okay. So shout out to him and shout out to Maya. And shout out to Lucas, who was supposed to study. And my man was the first one up, right?
I think he was the second one up.
Second one up, dropped the ball. A lot of people dropped the ball. Supposed to be big Simfuckus fans getting a lot of easy questions. They didn't get the Team Reckless question.
Yeah.
Team Reckless is one of the easiest questions you can ask. You shouted it out in like every video.
The guy didn't even try. He's like, oh, shit. I don't even know.
Wow. You should have asked him how long he was following you for. Because I wasn't privy to any of this. I came in later because I was at Mo's Halloween party. So you should have asked him how long he was following. Because there's no way he was a Simfuckus fan from back in the day and didn't know about Team Reckless. He's a new fan. He got to be.
By the way, if you see a missing crow, let us know.
We're missing the crow. We're missing the crow. Is that what you were referring to?
Yeah, the missing crow.
Yeah, what the hell's up with this guy?
He flew away somewhere and never came back.
Fly like a crow, why don't you fly away? I don't know where my crow is. I don't know where my crow is. We don't know where he is.
Yeah.
Listen,
Yeah, but
we pulled Secret Santa names today, or we were trying to pull Secret Santa names for the Twisted Secret Santa that we're going to do in December when we come back from the break.
on
But
the
we
comeback
didn't see him.
episode. Yep.
We said, listen, 508. We're putting names in. We're picking names. Be there. 508 came. 508 went. No crow. The crow was nowhere to be found. He hasn't been answering our calls. The hell's going on?
He hasn't been at church.
Nope, hasn't been at church. We've been there. Guy's wilding. Guy flew the nest.
Yep.
We're trying to get
No,
ready
but-
for the big Christmas special when we come back. Because we about to go on break. Season 2 is over. That's
Over.
it. We're done. You're
Finito.
done. And this was supposed to be over a month ago. Right? This was supposed to be over a month ago. And then all of a sudden, I'm laying in bed and I have a Jimmy Neutron brain blast. And I'm like, whoa. We're about to miss Halloween if this goes the way we planned it. And I didn't even think about that because we were like, how many episodes are in this season? But we went over, right? We knew we were going to go over
Yeah,
at
we-
least 5.
We extended it, yeah.
Yeah, we knew we were supposed to go 30. So I think we went like 35 on this one, right?
I think so.
34?
Mhm.
I think it's
Something like
35,
that.
yeah.
Something like that.
But there was no way I was missing Halloween season. There was no way. No way. I
Yeah.
would not want to miss that. So now we're going to be taking our little break here, and we're going to be coming back as of right now, December 21st. Okay? A Very Twisted Christmas
21st or
Part 2.
22nd?
21st. I thought it was 22nd, but that's a Wednesday. Unless you want to go,
Okay.
unless you want to start doing Wednesdays now.
No,
I want to stay on
21st.
Tuesdays.
Yeah,
I'm trying to stay on Tuesdays.
Tuesdays is where it's at.
That's right. We love Tuesdays. We're
Yeah.
part of a good crew on Tuesday. Us, Trash Tuesday. Stephanie Baker drops on Tuesday.
Jim Cornette.
Jim Cornette drops on Tuesday. We don't want to leave our class. We
Yeah.
don't want to leave our crew. So, yeah, we'll be taking about a month and a half off right now. This is the last episode. But don't think that we're going to be gone, okay? We're just going to be not on the feed for a month and a half. But we will be on Instagram Live. We will be on YouTube. And don't sleep on the feed now. Don't
Yeah.
just go thinking, oh, they're gone. I don't got to look at the feed anymore. First of all, let me say this right now. We got 66 episodes.
Yep.
67. Plus the Lost Files episode, which is not numbered. A few of the Pastor episodes, which are not. We got bonus episodes up there is what I'm saying. The 6-hour special. I don't think a lot of you have heard every single thing we dropped. So, while we're on break, take the opportunity to go back to the archives and check some shit out. And also, keep an eye on the feed because I have a sneaking suspicion that we will not be able to contain ourselves. The energy's too much. The same way I couldn't contain myself and I nutted in that condom. I was about saying that girl, but I didn't want to do that. Same way I nutted prematurely in 40 seconds. I have a feeling we're going to bust our load before we come back officially on the 21st.
Because too much shit goes on in our life.
I have a
We got too
feeling.
much to talk about.
And I have a feeling that a Lost Files episode is going to come out maybe around Thanksgiving. Possibly. So, I
Maybe.
mean, yeah, maybe so. I would keep a close eye on the feed if I were you. I wouldn't just abandon us because we're not abandoning you. No. Take a look. Make sure you're on our YouTube. Make sure you're on our Instagrams. The Gritty Knows Best Instagram. Get on that. You never know we're going to go live out of nowhere. Post something
Yeah.
that you need to know about. Do a giveaway. And we're taking a break during Schmanksgiving. What are you going to be doing? Are you going to be taking a break from anything else or just the podcast?
Just a podcast.
Okay.
I'm still going live, still uploading videos. I'm gonna try to upload more videos.
Right.
But,
I might try to put more attention on my YouTube channel while I'm on break from the podcast. I might want to, because I know I haven't eaten the balls yet, the testicles. Haven't eaten that yet. That's still in the freezer. I haven't
Really?
cooked up, yeah. I haven't cooked up the goat balls, the bull balls, this balls. I got all kind of stuff up in there. And I haven't done it. So anything else? You have any other plans during the month and a half?
No, just upload and that's it. I might try to upgrade my mic.
Yeah.
But that's about it.
I don't think you need to, but if you want to, you're more than welcome. That's fine. I think your mic sounds great, but you may want to, upgrade the equipment a little bit. I think it's well deserved. You were supposed to be on break until you were trying to take 3 months off the show. You were trying to be on break for like half a fucking year over here.
Until season 3.
And I was like, nah. We need you back. The people need you back. And I'm glad you came back for the last couple of episodes. You came back for what, the last 4?
Yeah, like the last 4.
Yeah, like the last 3 or 4. You came on like the one with Stephanie. That was your comeback one, right? The one we talked about the other girl.
Yeah.
We talked about
I was on
when you had a quote unquote heart problems.
Yeah.
Yeah. You had to be on that one. You had to.
Doing Pastor's show.
Yeah. Well, thank you for reminding me. We are frequent, and I mean very frequent guests on Pastor's No Name Yet podcast. I met a young lady at Mo's Halloween party. Excuse me for not remembering your name, but I met her. She was like, "Oh, Gritty, yeah, you're Gritty. I thought you'd be taller in person." I was like, "Haha, I get that all the time." So there's no slight, no hard feelings. But she was like, "Yeah, I listened to the show. I just listened to the last episode of you and Justin, the Halloween special, this and that." But she didn't know about the No Name Yet show. And I was like, you got to get on that. So I'm sure a lot of you guys don't know. We have uploaded maybe 3 of those on our feed. We just uploaded one called Pastor Gritty Ruins the Prayer. That's right up there, right after Ben's interview.
Yeah.
So make sure.
Was it the 13th episode?
Yep, the 13th episode, as well as the Satan Shoes episode.
Yeah.
So we got like 3 No Name Yets, but also go to the No Name Yet podcast YouTube. It's linked to all our YouTubes, right? It's linked on yours. So you can just go there, got the colored bar logo just in case you need to find it, you can't find it, and we're all over that. We'll definitely be on there at least once in November.
Yeah.
There's no way we're going to be able to contain ourselves.
No.
And let me tell you, you're going to want to watch the same way I tell you want to listen to ours till the very end because you never know what we're going to say, what we're going to do. You're going to want to listen to those till the very end because there's fights just erupt in the last second of that show, and then we have to prolong the show for another 2 minutes. If you haven't seen the sticker fight between me and Justin, that was great. Everybody loved that.
That was great.
So just know we're going to be around. We are omnipotent. We are ubiquitous. We're everywhere.
Yeah.
You know that word?
Sure. I don't even know what that means.
You look like you froze.
Sure.
I used the wrong word at first.
Yeah, I
I used the
don't
right
know
word.
none of those
We are
words.
ubiquitous. We are everywhere. Do you have a good Halloween?
I did. I watched Halloween 1, 2, and 4.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's a pretty decent
That's
night.
a great Halloween, yeah.
Yeah.
You watched the best one, Halloween 4.
Yeah. So I watched the Halloween movies. I watched Chatterbait. Had a good time
Oh,
on
you
that.
did watch Chatterbait, huh?
Saw some girls in costumes.
Yeah, you're going to want to go on Chatterbait for Halloween. That's a good time to be there.
I saw a lot of cats, a lot of cows.
Were there a lot of cows? I didn't peep any cows.
Yeah.
Oh, I see them on TikTok.
I mean, girls dressed up as cows.
Not the derogatory sense. Like,
Yeah,
saw a bunch of fat cows on there.
Yeah. Girls dressed up in cow print,
Cows.
cow outfits.
Mm-hmm.
That was good. And then I went to sleep.
That's right. My Halloween was fantastic. As I said, to me, this was the best Halloween season yet. I got to do everything except go to a haunted house attraction, which I totally could have. I knew they were around. I just didn't have the time. I didn't make the effort. I didn't make the time to go. But everything else was great. I finished the Selena Gomez show, Only Murders in the Building on Halloween. Finished the last 2 episodes. Great show. If you haven't watched that, go check it out. The last episode was a real cliffhanger. Like I said, we're not leaving you on no cliffhangers on this one. But that show, they left us on a real deal cliffhanger, as they should, as they're supposed to.
Yeah.
But I thought I had a great Halloween. Saw Pastor, did not see Crow. I had a bunch of Japanese Halloween candy for him. He didn't show up.
Yeah.
So I just ate it myself.
Oh, didn't you go to Crow's party?
No, that was on the
night before.
30th. Yeah, that was on the 30th.
My bad.
So Halloween was chill. That was good. You
Yeah.
want to hear another little anecdote?
Sure.
So I you know that Meet Cute podcast, right?
Yeah.
I applied for that. They're looking for hosts. They're looking for hosts for the Meet Cute podcast. That the Meet Cute podcast. Yeah, the Meet Cute podcast, for those that don't know, is a rom-com podcast. They dropped some Halloween stuff this month. They did something where they had this kid who had a cursed tape, and she was like, he watched the tape, and she was like, I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna come kill you in 7 days. And he falls in love with her when she comes out the TV.
Yeah.
And so he falls in love with her when she comes out TV. She calls him. She's like, I'm gonna kill you in 7 days. She's like, oh, is this Jeff? Was this Jeffrey? And he's like, yeah. She's like, oh my God, I wanted to see you again. I thought you thought I was scary and weird. So the man falls in love with the demon that comes out the tape. Talk about a freaking rom-com.
So, like, that was the application. Did you send in?
They wanted you to send in basically you just have to fill out an application and then send in a resume, which the resume part didn't make sense to me because literally everything they asked you would have been on the resume. They asked you.
I was gonna say, they didn't ask you to send in a voice message
No.
of you reading a story?
No, what they did was, they didn't specify it wasn't, you're not going to be a voice actor, I assume. It was to host a podcast. Because what their podcasts are right now is stories. Like people acting out plays of rom-coms. But I guess they're looking for hosts like me and you to talk about stuff.
Okay.
That's what it sounded like to me. So I put my application. They ask you for examples. So I sent in the GKB feed. I sent in the pastor feed. Sent in the YouTube channel. Sent in a bunch of stuff. They didn't want a resume. And they ask you what your favorite rom-coms are, and I had to grease. I had to suck up a little bit, and I was like, I dropped one of their names, which is true. I like their stuff a lot. One of their podcasts a lot. So I wasn't totally sucking up, just a little bit, just a little bit. Yeah. So I put in that, and they denied me. they emailed me. They emailed me, and they were like, nah. I got let down easy though. It was nice. I got an actually lengthy email. She's like, "Hey, this is the person from Meet Cute. Thanks for your application. I really appreciate it. But we would, it's not really right now. That's not what we're looking for. But we'll keep you in mind for some other stuff. We're still building and we're still growing." So I got denied. I've been denied. What kind of month is this?
Yeah.
What kind of no? What kind of half a year is this? First, I move, and the whole incident happens with the girl tells me to get over it. I was in love with her, tells me to get over it. Then I get the girl coming over. She don't want to fuck, and I have to kick her out. Now then I get this girl at nut in 40 seconds, and now I get denied from Meet Cute. Not even good enough to be on the Meet Cute show.
Oh, at least you tried.
At least I tried.
Yeah.
But it was a nice email. They sent me a nice email back, so I appreciate that. You never know. You may see me on Meet Cute eventually, hosting a show. Would y'all listen to that? Would y'all go to the Meet Cute show that I'm hosting? Maybe one episode just to see what it's like. Hey, cuties. It's Gritty. Today we're going to be talking about the new rom-com out right now. It's so amazing. I don't even know what that was. I don't even know what it would sound like for me to be on it. I just applied to see what would happen.
Yeah.
How do you know they're not looking for somebody like me?
Yeah.
You don't know. You don't know till you try, kids.
Yeah.
So you don't like spoilers, right?
It depends, on recent things or...
You don't like spoilers, though, in general.
Yeah, in general, yeah.
Okay. Well, I got a major spoiler. So the podcast, the episode that I named in the resume, right? I named it from the Meet Cute feed. When I was looking through that, I said, you know what? I told them I hope you guys make more of those because I really liked them. They made 3 episodes. Not 3 episodes. They made 3 sagas of it. And they left on a major cliffhanger. So I go to the author that wrote it and I'm like, yo, that shit was hot. I hope that you guys make more. I asked her, are they going to order more? Are they going to make you do more? She's like, oh, I don't know. They haven't contacted me about anything, but, thanks a lot for showing love to the product, whatever. It was a lot of fun, blah, blah, blah. And as a joke, I say, I really want to know what happens to so-and-so because you left it on the cliffhanger. The author texts me back and she's like,
boy.
oh yeah. She's like, oh yeah. She survives that, but she dies from COVID later. I was like, why would you tell me that? I wanted to hear it in the story. I wanted to hear it like and the way she talked, like the way the thing was set up, it was going to happen. It would have took a while for me to get there. So she ruined like 3 sagas. I was like, wow, talk about a spoiler. And I was like, do you know the ending for everybody? She's like, no, just her. And I was like, wow, thanks for I mean, I don't know if I should be upset that I know that or I should be happy that I'm like privy to information that nobody knows. I'm a little bit of both.
I think you should be upset that she spoiled it.
Yeah, I really want to know what happens to so-and-so, LOL. As in, I hope they renew it so I find out what happens when I'm supposed to. She's like, oh, her? Yeah, she dies. That was like when people called for your grandfather. Like, hey, where's your grandfather? Oh, he died. Yeah, he's been dead. That guy's been dead. I mean, that's a more acceptable time to say it because he actually died in the moment. I didn't want to know this person's future. So that was something.
That's crazy.
The meet cute saga continues. I didn't want to say the story because I don't want to throw that out there that everybody's gonna. I don't think there's gonna be any cross listening though. There's not gonna be any cross listening because between me and meet cute.
Yeah, don't be like a hawker and spoil it. Keep it to yourself.
That's right. I'm gonna keep it to myself.
Yeah.
So that's basically it. That's basically the show.
Yep.
Hope you guys enjoyed that. We didn't get the story we wanted, but I hope we got a lot more stories that you did like. Anything you want to say, Justin, before we go?
No, just keep your eye on the feed, and we'll see you in season 3 for the Christmas special.
That's right.
We call it.
Yep, the very twisted Christmas special, whatever you want to call it. Get ready for that. Well, let me tell you something right now. I'm not gonna get too into this season. What I thought about it, I'm gonna recalibrate, think about it. We'll probably talk about it around the New Year's time, like we did last year.
Yeah, they'll wrap it all up on New Year's.
But this season was great. I had a great time. We got a lot of cool, interesting stories. We got Stephanie on this for the first time. We got her on the first episode, I think, of season 2. Yeah, the Valentine's Day special. If you haven't heard that. We had a lot of good moments, and I had a lot of fun. And we also got a lot of love this season, more than the first season. People texting us, people calling us. A lot of people we're just meeting online that listen to the show. People I didn't know that listen to the show. Some people told me, yeah, I listen to your show all the time. I just didn't want to say it, blah, blah, blah. So thank you very much for all the support that we've gotten up until now. We very, very much appreciate it. People like Roddy, who's been day one. And then we got new guys that we got like on the Instagram lives like Dakota and Frankie, Namir King. We have a lot of good people following us, a lot of good people listening to us. And we say thank you very, very, very much. We appreciate you because if you weren't listening, we'd be talking to our damn selves. And we already do that anyway. But while
I do that every day.
We do that anyway. But it's nice to know that somebody is listening out there. So make sure you go back into the archives. And again, stay tuned to the feed. I'm trying to think, is there anything else we need to say? I don't want to blank. I don't want to leave them with something and then I don't remember.
I think we said everything there is to say.
But all my notes are done. My notes have been ran through. Ran through like I ran through that pussy in 40 seconds. Listen. Have a good time, okay? Have a good Thanksgiving. We love you. Peace and love. See you next season.